famous. All these rappers want the clout and the life of being famous. I just want to be stable, tell my family we made it. I was coming for my spot, a young had to be patient. Now I'm running up, these bands can hit the island for vacation. I've been know my haters, you could say I'm constipated. 5 racks on his fit, just to stunt while I'm in Vegas. On my body, shout out to my Caleb Young. Got the cake up, now he's on the data. I ain't folding under pressure, I ain't switching for no. I ain't talking to no cop and I ain't telling on my bros. Ain't no but don't push me, fingers itching on that. Plotting on my come up, gotta watch stay at my nose. Long nights I just to hit the studio. Now I'm eating steak and shrimp, I ain't eating sloppy Joe. Looking to the mirror, flexing now and in his glow. Bust off like a welcome to the rodeo.
All right, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with the Miami Dolphins. The final playoff push is upon us. It's Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Detroit! Here we go now.
On first down, Knight under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
Well, we knew coming in it was going to be a long afternoon if they weren't able to hold up against this pass rush, huh?
What we didn't know was that protection was going to spring a leak on the first play from scrimmage.
Got after it right out of the gate.
Looking to throw. Knight got a man open. That's Devontae Parker, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Third play here, this opening drive as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Gone! Detroit!
Operating from the gun. Knight. He goes underneath the Drake. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, Knight. It's complete to Parker, left side. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
Detroit!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. And that'll be incomplete.
Certainly looked like maybe his 3rd or his 4th read on his progression. Just trying to find his outlet man that time. Ends up leading him just a bit too much.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Green 39. Detroit 39.
Off the play fake. Knight. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Gone. Over.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Colts are going to get the football in outstanding field position. They go play action here on first down. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. And now it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. And credit the tackle to Derek Barnett. So third down, they need to get to the 28 for a first.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up.
And a loose football. And this is going to get out of bounds, so they will gain a bit of yardage on the play, actually, and they'll hold on to the football as well.
Now, I have to admit, partner, that I've often thought that I don't like this rule, where the offensive player fumbles the ball, it goes out of bounds, and they get to keep it.
That's just because you're a defensive guy. That's why you don't like it.
Yeah, you're right. It is a slanted view, isn't it?
But this is where, for the offensive team, the sideline is their friend. Usually it's not their friend.
Yeah, exactly right. I actually played for a guy in college. You know what he used to name the sideline? Sammy. Sammy sideline, and use him well.
And Vinatieri's kick is good. And the Colts hit the scoreboard first. It's 3-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Detroit! Gone!
Throwing on first down. Knight stepping up. He's going to keep it. He finds an opening past the 40. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
I think the last two plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those two that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56.
To throw on second down. Knight. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook and a great grab on the other end.
Lucky 56. Detroit!
On first down, Knight. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line. Margus Hunt in there to drop him for a loss on the play.
And they're picking up right where they left off with the shutout that they pitched last week. A huge part of that, this pass rush. They know how to get after people.
Offensively, good luck. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
But nothing takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Detroit! No. Check. Patriot! Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Detroit!
Throwing on 3rd and long. Knight.
Check 26.
Got his man complete over the middle. That's Drake. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
Detroit!
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, That's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
And another timeout taken by the Colts. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Lucky 56. Now let's go. Green.
Now the rookie from Arizona State, it's Kalen Ballage. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal. Looking to throw on second down. Knight. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. Only able to pick up 2, and that leads us to third and goal. From the gun on third down. Knight. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Dolphins are going to take a first quarter lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken short. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up third. Throwing on third down, Luck. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on third down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
And they're going to fake it from deep in their own territory. And this is incomplete. A huge gamble, and it does not pay off. They fake the punt. It doesn't work out. Well, not only did they try to fake it, they put the ball in the arm of their punter, and it didn't work out.
Not the quarterback.
No.
The punter.
Yeah. Risky.
And it's so funny because when it works, genius. When it doesn't work, not so smart.
Not so genius.
In this case, not so genius, but I do admire that he went for it.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Here we go now. Green 39.
On first and 10, Knight. Open space inside the 10. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
He'll get it up the middle. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard that time. Second and goal. Second and goal from inside the 5.
Back 99 Philly, here we go.
They'll give it to him up the middle. Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. In their mind, certainly a field goal try would be a letdown. They had the great starting field position, now facing third down. From the gun, Knight. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return goes up to his own 17-yard line. Parker, the intended target.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's Luck now on second down. That is caught by the rookie Deion Kane. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Catch good for 8 and a first down.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you've got to run fast. Of course, you've got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
You got 4. You got 4. Tempo. Go ahead.
To throw on second down is Luck. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Well, they were coming out of the 4-3 defensively. Pressure coming off that right side from the DN.
And that's the blind side of most quarterbacks. If you're right-handed, that's the side you don't see quite as well, and that's why you rely on your left tackle, maybe your highest-paid offensive lineman, to take care of you. In this situation, that didn't happen.
And that is incomplete.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up first downs. So far, down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And he was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. Out comes the Miami offensive unit now. They get set to take over. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. He dumps it off to Drake. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that'll make it a second down. Back to throw. Knight. And over the middle, this is Parker. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Throwing on first down. Knight. The Colts are going to get him. Down he goes. Margus Hunt in there to bring him down for a loss of 7. To throw on second down, Knight. And he'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Over the middle, it's Amendola. Well, the crowd doesn't like that. Was going to bring up fourth. Now it's first.
They don't like it at all, do they? It brings them back into it, but really not in a positive way. Now they're angry. That can jangle a team a little bit as well. Pass interference ruined that series of downs for them.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. 319. 319.
On first down, Knight. That is caught inside the 5. And he'll take this into the end zone for a touchdown. Braxton Berrios with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And it's the Browns out to the early advantage. That one tight to this point, and you'd have to imagine it'll stay tight throughout. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now a play fake here on first down. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Luck. Under pressure, and down he goes. Luck is sacked. Carl Lawson in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Two minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Indianapolis right after this. Luck and the Colts looking for something big here after the sack. This is 3rd and long. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. On, we think, to punt, though he's faked it earlier, but he was unsuccessful. Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Taking it about the 36. It'll be a 41-yard punt. Give him 5 on the return. And it'll be Dolphin football. An NFL update there in the second quarter in Baltimore. And it's the Ravens that have moved out to an early advantage. And we'll keep you abreast of how that one shakes out. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Set! 3-19! 3-19! Over!
Operating from the gun. Knight. And he finds Danny Amendola. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
He's going to flip one out here to his running back. A Miami first down, that one going for a gain of 11.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he's got Amendola on the connection. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Leopard! Leopard! Gone! 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 Detroit! Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Knight. Amendola catching it left side. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half.
Lucky 56.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Seconds left on the clock. A bit of a surprise. They're going for it with 2 ticks remaining. No sign of the field goal unit.
Here we go now. 3-19. 3-19.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. Sanders' kick is good. So we've reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Dolphins taking a lead to the locker room. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Out come the Colts. They'll have it first here to start quarter number 3. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
Off of play action, Luck. Eluding and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Carl Lawson in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, easy. 622. Come on. Be right.
Out of the gun, Luck. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
11.
From the gun on 3rd down, Luck. forced out to his left. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up fourth.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. So here are the Dolphins now. They get ready for their first possession of the second half. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I think you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And the play goes for 19 yards, gives him a new set of downs. Throwing on first down. Knight. Over the middle, he gets it to Barrios. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
Gone! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first down, Knight. Oh, incomplete. A turnover would have really helped there. Almost intercepted. Instead, it's just second down.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Got a man. It's caught at the 6-yard line. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That's a big-time pitch and catch right there. And, partner, I remember the days they were holding their breath. But nowadays, they're counting on their receiver to be just a little bit better than the defensive back when it's one-on-one and the ball's in the air like that.
From the gun, Knight. And Stills has got it. Touchdown, Miami. Kenny Stills, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Dolphins add on to their lead. And the lead will grow by 1 more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And a big-time mess on the return. He's out of bounds. He won't even get this back to the 5-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle as he's brought down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. From his goal line here, Locke. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. And he gets it up to the 10-yard line here. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. The Dolphins offense now heads back on the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
On 1st and 10, Knight. And he'll be brought down by the Colts.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Looking to throw. Knight. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
So, Brandon, we've sat in with a lot of coaches, and when they talk about things they want to accomplish offensively, I'm not sure that sack and sack are on their play sheet.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Knight. On the right side, open is Gesicki. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky pass.
They'll try and throw for it here. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw it.
And he's going to be wrapped up and driven down. Jabal Sheard in there to bring him down, and that is sack number 17 for him now on the year.
Leopard! Gun! Pass!
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Knight. They still can't get him. Staying on his feet. And the pressure gets to him again. Margus Hunt in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year.
And that's his 2nd sack of the game, but this player, disruptive in all phases, whether he's going upfield, coming underneath, you name it. He's a big-time guy you have to block.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56.
Instead, they go empty backfield as they'll look to throw. He's going to air it out deep for him. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or two short, and it's 4th down. They're going to try and throw. Rolling to his right. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he brings this up to the 46, good enough for the 1st. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. Back to throw. Knight. He'll rifle this one deep. That's caught inside the 20. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Albert Wilson, his 1st touchdown on the year. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead.
You have fun with this one, partner?
I am. I mean, he's been fun to watch under center.
We always talk about, getting to the next level, right? When we see people get into the zone. This guy's in the master class right now. What a performance he's putting on, just carving them up.
4 touchdown passes, carving him up is right. Seems like everything he throws is going to be a completion and going in the end zone. Extra point up and good by Sanders. Back now in Indianapolis, where the 4th quarter will begin with a kickoff following the score on the final play of the 3rd quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Colts offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from all the work he's getting.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They were trying to create some space to run. They created the penalty.
And you work on it so much. You work on it so hard. But it's tough to simulate game speed in practice. And that often runs you into a penalty.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Successive penalties have them looking now at a 1st and 20.
Honorable C note. Yeah.